Hi, everyone, and welcome to another monthly webinar from Law Marketing Zone. I'm excited to be here today. What we're going to be talking about today is the Google Maps Playbook, but updated with AI information. This is going to help you rank your law firm in the AI search engines, the answer engines, those types of things. So sit back, relax. We're going to learn a lot about your Google Business Profile and about how you can prepare your website and your Google Business Profile to be found in those AI answers. So let me jump into my computer and let's get started. All right. I hope everybody can see my screen. If you can see my screen, if you could put a 1 in the chat, that would be great. Okay, excellent. I'm seeing that. Awesome, great. So let's get started and talk about the Google Maps Playbook for law firms, but updated with AI information. So as you may know, the case model for law firm growth is the program that we at Law Marketing Zone do. It is a 3-pillar program to help you grow your law firm with the all-around digital marketing. Today we're going to talk about organic. This is the way of driving leads, and it is free using your Google Business Profile and different SEO strategies. So if you are being distracted, what I'd like to do is ask you to turn off your cell phones, turn off Facebook, and if you're serious about getting better results with your Google in the Google Maps, the next 45 to 60 minutes is going to change your life. This is going to be really important information, and we have a free gift at the end. What we're going to cover today is the latest updates to the Google Maps listing, the 5 biggest mistakes that could be preventing you from ranking, our proven model to rank in the 3-pack, the best tools to systematize and automate the heavy lifting, and how AI fits into all of this now. So what is the Google Map Pack in your Google Business Profile? So if you're new to this and don't know, when you do a search on Google now, if you look at the left-hand side of the screen, what comes up is a nice colorful map and a listing of 3 sources nearest you that relate to that search. If you click on that's the map pack. If you click on one of those, what would pop up is what you see on the right-hand side of the screen. This is the Google Business Profile listing. So you can see it has a lot of information about your law firm, and it helps people to find you, go to your website, read reviews, all of that information. And who am I, and why should you listen to me? I'm the founder and CEO of MJ Media Group and Law Marketing Zone. I've written 3 books, the 2025 Local SEO Playbook, which is coming out as the 2026 upgraded edition a little bit later this month, the Google Business Profile Training Guide, and of course, Profit-Driven Digital Marketing, how law firms can win clients and boost revenue. I've worked in digital marketing since the early 90s with hundreds of law firms and local businesses, exclusively with attorneys since 2018, and many of my clients have grown to multiple 7 figures in retainers using our programs. You can see some of our happy clients on lawmarketingzone.com as well as mjmediagroup.co. We are on a mission to triple the revenue of 500 law firms in the next 3 years. We're a full-service digital marketing agency for law firms, and our team is here to support you every step of the way. So do Google Maps matter? So let me ask a question. How many here have claimed and verified your Google Business Profile? Put a 2 in the chat if you have. Okay, excellent. I'm seeing some 2s. That's great. That's great. Good. If you haven't, really pay attention. We're going to go through that. If you have, we're going to optimize it to make it bring you more traffic. So when you look at Google now, when people ask if it matters, Google says that between 50 and 80% of traffic that comes from mobile clicks on the map pack. So if you're not in the map pack, you're losing business to your competitors. Okay, so Google think about it like a social media platform. They are very interested in engagement and the user experience. So by you giving them more information on your Google Business Profile, you're helping them, show them that you are interested in the user experience, and that will help you get better ranking in the map pack. So the way it looks now is you can see at the top rank, you could see local service ads if they're valid in your area, or paid search at the top. Google Maps in the middle, which is free, and then most of the time some local organic under the map pack. In many locations, depending on competition, there's more paid ads there. So we're getting less and less free content on the homepage. And this is what it looks like from the desktop. You still get the nice map, and then a little bit larger listings there, but they're still 50 to 80% of the clicks and phone calls come from the Google Map Pack. So yes, They definitely still matter. So if you'll look at the listings, in some places there's multiple sponsored ads. Most places there's only one. This is an anomaly I found in Orlando. It shows just how competitive it is there. But in the map pack, you're showing 6 people as opposed to 3. And the 3 at the bottom are the ones that are ranking organically. They also show, it depends on where they are closest to you. If you look at the dots on the right-hand side, this shows that's the position of your law firm when people are searching for your keywords, and this is what you rank at. So you can get these rankings at different places like Bright Local, Local Viking, those types of things, and see where you rank. And then why are they important? Well, we have seen a 42% increase in phone calls just from getting your Google Business Profile correct and updating it on a consistent basis. So the question is, how would 42% increase in calls impact your profit monthly? Pretty impressive. So Google Maps drives phone calls. They drive people clicking to your website, directions to your office, those types of things. Maps drives calls. And so if you're only doing pay-per-click and not focusing on your Google Business Profile, you really should be doing both because they are connected on Google, and a focus on a comprehensive strategy to get the most out of your ad dollars if you're doing pay-per-click marketing as well. So special local rankings factors. Google uses different algorithms for local searches, which places the importance on 3 ranking categories. Proximity. Obviously, Google Maps, it's on a map. It depends on how close they are to your office to where where you will be in the search. And then relevance. How much information have you give Google in your posts, in your category, in your description, all of that information that you can provide there to help them make sure that you're in the correct searches. And of course, prominence. With the authority, it's called EEAT. It's basically experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Those are the things that Google and more recently the AI algorithms are looking to see how relevant you are. What do your reviews look like? What kind of link signals are you giving? Brand mentions out on social media, those types of things. User syndication, using syndication to improve your prominence. And this can be very quickly, over 3 to 6 months, you can get greater information, greater relevancy. So the biggest challenges and the biggest changes has been about a year and a half ago, Google Map listing went from 7 to 3. So there's a lot more competition for the top 3 spaces because there's only 3 instead of 7. They're also serving paid ads in some of the map results. You might see those in your location. On the main site, you will do a search. Sometimes local service ads are going to be at the top, and so that's before the map pack. So you'll see local service ads and the Google Map. So it's critical for you to complete any advanced verification process, and because some people don't finish that, and so their map pack or their map listing doesn't actually get listed. So this is what it used to look like on the left and what it looks like now. So we want to focus on those top 3 spaces. So if you think about it, if you're doing organic work, SEO, and you're also in the map pack and you're doing local service ads, just imagine if someone is searching for you and they see you multiple times on that search page, you're going to be the one that potential client's going to be contacting because they see you in multiple places on that Google search. So what could be hurting your rankings? If you don't have an office in the city you're targeting, you're not going to rank well because just think about it. It's all about a map and how close you are to the person that's searching. Inconsistent name, address, and phone number profile. So they call this the NAP. You want to make sure everywhere you're listed online that you have the exact same thing, whether it's ST for street, STE for suite. They need to be exactly the same everywhere your business is listed. Do you have reviews across the web? Not just on Google, maybe on Facebook, on Yelp, on Avvo, any of the places that you can have reviews, you should have a few everywhere. And did you spam your keywords or the city and the company name or your categories? So you need to specifically, the name of the company has to be the legal name now. If you're not using your legal name, you won't get ranked. And did you select the right categories? So under categories for your firm, you can select multiple categories. I would never suggest an attorney select legal services or law firm. I would suggest doing something specific. If you're a family law firm and you prefer to do divorces, then you would put divorce attorney as your first category. Your second category may be family law. So look at the categories available and choose the ones, most importantly, by the cases you want. And did you focus on the right keywords for your firm? So your keywords will make a big difference as well. And if you guys want a free visibility blueprint, I am happy to do an online visibility competitive overview. And what we'll do is with these audits that we'll run for you, we'll give you detailed action to take now to improve those. And if you just want to book a 15-minute call at lawmarketingzone.com/book a call, we'll gather that a little bit of information that we need in order to run these audits, and then schedule a little time later to go over the audits and tell you the things you need to do to improve. So our proven formula for getting ranked in the 3-pack: backlinks with clear name, address, and phone number, all the same. And these are all over the web, different locations, local, international, or national, as well as plenty of reviews. You want to get real reviews, and of course your on-page SEO. So you need to have your website up to date with the critical things that need to be on your website. And of course, content. We post regularly keyword-rich content for our clients. So it's important that you get content on your Google Business Profile as well as your website at least monthly, if not weekly. And our SEO clients, we do 2 SEO articles a week on your blog and on your Google Business Profile. So we are consistently seeing that by doing this content regularly, Google will improve your ranking. Just recently, we had a client that we posted quite a bit of content for her that was backlogged. It was finally approved. We got all of that posted for her. And then in 3 weeks, she went from position 28 to position 8. Not page 1 yet, but 20 spaces in the course of less than a month is an amazing growth pattern for her Google Business Profile map pack. So let's talk about content. Content does not mean opinion pieces. This is not case law. This is not something you're doing. A lot of people think SEO content has to be long legal articles. It's not. SEO content isn't about showing off how smart you are. It's about showing up where your potential clients are searching. So when someone says, can I get a divorce without going to court? You want to have an article that actually answers that, just a clear answer, and maybe a description of how that happens. So the job of SEO content is to answer questions people ask, use words they use, not legal jargon, and guide them towards contacting your firm. So don't be afraid of SEO content. It is merely an educational tool, not an opinion piece, and not long legal articles. It would say around 500 words, if not more. We like them to be more like 1,000 to 1,200 words, and maybe even 2,000, depending on how complicated the topic is. But it's educational pieces. You're not writing for other lawyers, right? So you're writing for the search engines to be able to answer people when they ask questions. And this builds your credibility. So 3 steps to get ranked on the Google Maps. Oh, and one final thing. When both of these things meet, your phone rings. So you want to be the one that answers questions people have. The 3 steps. Number 1, those of you who don't have your Google Business Profile, claimed and optimized, you need to claim it, okay? You'll go to Google, type in your business name, and if there is a Google Business Profile there, then you can say, yes, I own this business, and move forward with the verification. You want to update your company name. Like I said, legal name, okay? Don't add any extra keywords here. Add your website. Use a local phone number. 800 numbers do not work. Use a local address. You can't use a P.O. box or a UPS store. Shared work environments often don't work either, because on the verification, they're pretty much leaning towards videos now. And with the videos, you're going to have to show the sign out front, show you unlocking the door, going into the office, those types of things. If you need to, you can share an office with another attorney. Then you change your address to that address. So there's some ways around not having to rent your own office, but you can't do it from a home office, a P.O. box, or a UPS store. Okay? You also want to upload as many photos as possible, having renamed those photos to your keyword. Do an intro video. Do pictures of your staff, your office, your letterhead, any of those types of things that resonate with people and connect with people to make you feel approachable and like a normal person. Keep your hours up to date, especially as you're coming into a holiday season. Google will make a note in red when the last update was made to on your Google Business Profile if your hours are outdated and a holiday time is coming up. So you want to make sure that you have those updated. And when it comes to services, there's a services section and a product section. If you do estate planning, in the product section, you want to list each thing that you do as a different product. You can do a little description of it as well that includes your keywords. Same for services. List your services and describe using keywords what those services are. Everything you give to your Google Business Profile, you are telling Google more thoroughly what types of searches you are relevant for. So we want to keep that information up to date and consistently update it for them. Again, categories are super important. Choose multiple categories ranked on the cases you want. Don't just choose lawyer, law firm, or legal services, okay? You can see on the left where they're very specific. Criminal defense attorney, a lawyer, personal injury lawyer. Be clear on your categories. That is one of the most important factors to getting your Google Business Profile to rank. Add photos. And inside your management portal, you can see a button with a, and not everybody's looks the same, right? The management portal is rolled out, upgrades are rolled out across the US and across the globe. So yours might look a little bit different, but there should be a photos button on the top as well as a link on the left for you to be able to upload photos. And then once you are verified, you also get a green check mark. So that shows that you have verified your Google Business Profile. Okay, and this is another place of looking at it. It's a button to the right-hand side. So depending on what your management portal looks like, they're going to be in different places for these things. And then, of course, the insights are amazingly valuable. If you're just now starting to maximize your Google Business Profile, what I would do is I would take and export this information or screenshot it so you can see where are you now. And that way you know how the improvements are going over the course of the next month or two as you're updating your Google Business Profile and optimizing it. So the best profile best practices is, again, update your photos, add them on a consistent basis. Rename the photos so they are named like instead of image blah blah number.jpg, say family law attorney Springfield. -1, that sort of thing. So the names of the images are your keywords. Leverage the posts by posting at least monthly. More often is better, obviously, because your competition probably isn't doing this. You want to make sure you respond to all reviews, good and bad, because this shows future clients how you appreciate current clients and that you feel and you value the customer interaction and the user experience. If you have messaging turned on, this can be, you need to reply quickly, because if you're not replying quickly to these messages, which are SMS texts, you will stop being shown in the Google Business, the Google Maps. If you have messaging on, that could be 24/7 if you've enabled that messaging button. So you need to be responding. If you don't respond, that's a ding on your profile. And then if any questions are asked on your profile, answer them. And even seed some of your own. You can use your FAQs as ideas for the Q&A. Okay, I suggest engaging with your Google Business Profile at least weekly. Build citations. This is backlinks is what we think of them, right? Citations are all across the web. You want to make sure that they're all consistent, the same name, address, and phone number, and that lists all over everywhere. Whether it's the Yellow Pages, your local chamber of commerce, any directories. There's something like 88 law firm directories that you want to be listed in. I'd start with those first. And of course, they all are going to link back to your website, which gives high authority backlinks. And there are aggregators out there that if you go to these, they will feed up to 300 online search sites. So if you find one of the regular search sites and you update it, but the aggregator has bad information, then it will eventually get erased and put back to the bad information. So if you can check any of these aggregators, check your listing in those and make sure those are correct. If not, correct it there, and it will then feed down into the other online search sites. There are tools for citations. One of my favorites is Bright Local. White Spark is good. So any of these are really good of getting your information out there where you input it one time and it feeds into other local sites. And you can also, Bright Local, again, it's one of my favorites. This is where you can see the accuracy check and find out what's missing, what's wrong, and what's correct. This is one particular report we did that shows the business name, the accuracy across it. And if you look down at the bottom, it shows you what's wrong. Okay. And like a few of these has the wrong phone numbers. The in Yelp, as opposed to Bing, they have SE as put where it wasn't on the address line. So these are little things that are different, and this will give you a better report. Again, this is a Bright Local report, so you can see what needs to be fixed. So you can hand this off to your front desk person and have them fix this during their free time or in between phone calls. So it's best to manually claim and optimize your Google Business Profile and all of these citation locations. If you want to use a tool like Yext, it'll do it to the top 50 citation listings. Work with the aggregators, leverage tools like Bright Local and White Spark, something like that, to find your niche opportunities. But again, law firm directories are going to be one of the best places. So these are the top 5. I'd go here and make sure that you are listed correctly in all of those. And that means if you use suite in your address of suite whatever, make sure it's consistently STE or SUITE. Make sure you spell it the same on every listing. That makes a difference, okay? Now, if you want to list to the top 88 free directories for citations, just go to this link and you can get those, and it gives you all of them. And this is a very good way of putting these out there, and just make sure that someone on your team puts you into, say, 2 to 3 directories a week. So you're slowly building your high authority backlinks, okay? So that's super important. If you're already in the top 5, put a 3 in the chat if you know that you're on these 5. So you've made a big headway there. So good. I'm seeing a couple, not as many as I'd expect, but I'm seeing a couple here. So keep going with that. Grab the 88 directories, get yourself listed in all of those. The law firm directories are going to be most important because, again, those are authoritative, okay? So, and obviously lots of reviews are hugely important, and you want to make sure they're real reviews. So if you know that you have some fake reviews in the past, then absolutely get those removed, or, let's get more on top of that. If you have less than 10, you want to work diligently to get up to 10 reviews, and keep in mind that you can make them character reviews. So you could have another attorney review you, a service provider you work with. Reviews don't have to come directly from clients, okay? So let's get those built up. And of course, you want to, if you can, leverage tools. What I would do is you need to make it part of your processes. Maybe send a printed review card, or train your front desk to plant the seed, deliver world-class experience, make a call after you finish a case and walk them through it. I've actually seen firms that have a QR code at the front desk, so that takes people from their phone directly to the review page on Google. So that's a good thing to do. The printed review card could have that QR code on it too. So you want to make sure you build reviews and recognition for your company culture, and reply to each one of those reviews, okay? So that's important. There are ways, obviously, of automating your review requests. So these are some of the tools that do that. If you're using a CRM or a case management software, definitely check into that and see if that's part of the features, and that will help you make sure you don't skip anybody. And how 4 to 5 star reviews help? They improve your keyword ranking, okay? Multiple signals are tied to reviews. Google ranks reviews very highly. And, don't worry if it's less than a 5-star review, but you want to make sure they're between 4 and 5, okay? Glowing reviews are marketing and link opportunities. So replying to each one of those, it also makes you more credible, and it shows current and potential client customers how you react to them. Now, this is going to be interesting. This is your on-site optimization for your website. You want to make sure that you have a website with good content and a good user experience. Tap to call, enabled in the phone number in the top right corner. Over half of the traffic coming to websites these days are on mobile. So you want to make sure that they can reach you very quickly. Have a contact form near the top, but having that tap to call in the top right-hand corner shows up on the top of mobile as well. And you must have a privacy policy linked in your footer. That is super important. If you're ever planning on running ads, it is required. And it is surprising how many law firm websites do not have a privacy policy or terms and conditions. So definitely have that. We want to leverage multimedia to improve on-page time. Now this means videos. So how many of you guys are using video on your homepage? All right, put a 4 in the chat if you're using video on your homepage. Okay, so those of you who didn't put a 4 in the chat, why? So people do business with people they know, like, and trust, right? So you should have, if nothing more than a 30-second or a 45-second video on your homepage introducing yourself. Your credentials are not important. What's important is, who are you, how do you help, and who do you help? And call now. Okay, simple. Make sure they hear your voice and they understand that you're approachable, and put that video on your homepage. And you want to have a page for each of your services. So all of the different types of things you can do in your practice areas, there should be a page for each of those services that goes into detail about what you do. Have some images, have a video, but at least have a page for each service. And then the added bonus is if you can have a page for the cities that you serve, maybe the neighborhoods you serve. This will help you get more SEO traffic based on those particular cities when people are searching for that. A bit of unique content on every page. So, just talk about that particular service. It doesn't have to be 100% unique content, but it should be at least 50% unique content, and I think it would be if you're talking about different services. And then, of course, have your title and H1, the keyword in those that would say, like, prenup, Atlanta, but whatever that particular service is, and the location, have that keyword in the title and H1. And then, of course, a meta description. So that's going to be if you're in WordPress, there's a section for your description. You want to make people want to click on that. So sell the click of what's on that page. Obviously, name, address, and phone number should be in the footer of your website on every single page. And if you blog regularly, if you have a blog, do an article a week or something like that. Update that. Contribute often, and then whatever you put on your blog, put on your Google Business Profile as well. And check your page speed. Page speed is a big ranking factor also. So now we've talked about your Google Business Profile. Now let's jump into talking about all the things we're going to relate to AI. Okay, the future of SEO optimization, including AI. The next generation. So this is the thing. Search isn't just Google anymore. AI platforms like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini now answer legal questions directly. So these platforms pull data from trusted web sources, which is your Google Business Profile, your website, different places you're linked from, places you've had articles published from. That means AI is optimizing visibility, and their ranking, and the map pack is actually helping that. So you're not just a local listing anymore. It's your law firm's data source, right? Your Google Business Profile is a great place to put a lot of information about your company and your website. And so we want to make sure that whenever ChatGPT or Gemini or any of those look around the web to find your authoritativeness, they are finding that, and you are the answer. So think about AI as your new client. What does it see? You want to have clear categories that match the search intent. Family law attorney, not just law firm. Keyword-rich descriptions, right? That's what we talked about. This is all coming back to good Google Business Profile practices. Consistent hours, contact information, everything across the web has to be the same. Regular content updates, so you want to consistently putting new information up there. Remember, it's about the user experience, and putting up more information makes it that you are caring about the user experience. So if AI can't understand your profile's focus, it won't recommend you in any answers. And that's whether it's the Hey Google, Siri, or ChatGPT. Okay? So your plan for AI search is, obviously you want to use your primary and secondary characters aligned with your top practice areas. Optimize your business description using natural language, right? So not legal words, but need help with Divorce Houston? That's a question. That could be something someone actually asks. Add an FAQ style Q&As that answer real client questions to your website. So ask the questions as they would type it into Google. Post weekly updates to show the AI that you're active and relevant. Again, this comes back to consistent updates. And encourage consistent review generation with topical language. And when you reply to a review, you can use this topical language. We're happy to have helped you with your child custody case, whatever's relevant. Okay. AI is going to pull these structured patterns, so we want to make sure your profile tells it exactly what kind of firm you are. And answer engine optimization is critical. That's what's coming up now. Create posts that answer questions directly. What should I do after a car accident in Charlotte? Okay, that is a post. So do those types of things, be concise, factual, and make it sound like people are asking questions these days. They're not just typing in, divorce attorney Raleigh. So do that kind of thing and use questions, real world questions. And then consistency, context, and credibility is what's going to help you rank in AI visibility. Okay. So keep, what we've talked about here already is English language, not legalese. Let's put it out there, put out the content in specific questions and answers the way people are asking those questions to their Amazon device, their Siri, and their Hey Google. So the future of SEO, we're going from SEO to GEO. I mean, we're just adding letters here to generative engine optimization, right? Search is now ask. So how many of you guys do that? You ask Google when you're out questions about where's the best, Italian restaurant open now. So we all do that when we're in the shopping mode. We ask these questions. So what you want to be is the answer, okay? So definitely we want to use your Google Business Profile, the schema for your website, reviews, and content. Those are the foundations that are going to help you be the recommended on the AI platforms now, okay? So now is the best time to get started if you haven't done anything like that before. So audit your Google Business Profile today. Align your profile, website, and review strategy, and post consistent content that feeds both Google and the AI. This is how you're going to make your firm AI ready. And again, now's the time to start if you haven't done anything like this before. And again, the free audit. So I would like to offer you guys a free audit. So just book a time. We'll have a 15-minute phone call. We're going to talk about what your website is and all these different things that we can help you with. And then we'll go off and we'll do the reports and get those back to you with some actionable items for you to take now to improve your visibility. Okay, we talk about what's next. Well, here you have 3 options. You can do nothing and hope your referral sources send you leads. You can DIY it, you can do it yourself, or you can schedule a 15-minute discovery call with me to see if we're a good fit. We currently have capacity for 4 new clients this month. So we've got custom plans for all sizes of firms, from SEO to paid ads. And we even offer a bilingual, full service, 24/7 client intake call center that can qualify cases for you, that makes sure that you only speak to people that are qualified. You can book a call at lawmarketingzone.com/book a call. And the free gift I have for you today is the Google Business Profile Optimization Checklist. It's the DIY solution, step-by-step, how to get there. A lot of the things we talked about today, you can simply go to DIYGBP at lawmarketingzone.com and download your free guide and get started with that. And again, book a discovery call with me. I'd love to have the opportunity to run some audits for you, find out where you are, talk about your goals of where you want to go, and then the action items that the audits will show you that need to be addressed to get you growing and ranking in the map pack. If anybody has any questions, you can feel free to drop them in the chat or send me an email at marilyn@lawmarketingzone.com or reach out to me on LinkedIn. But if you'd like to schedule some time with me, go to lawmarketingzone.com/book a call for a 15-minute telephone call, and I'd be happy to chat with you and see if there's any way that we can support you in growing your firm over the coming months. All right, I thank you for your time. This has been great. I appreciate you guys. I hope you've learned quite a bit when it comes to your Google Business Profile, how to start ranking on the AI side of it. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you at next month's webinar.